Hey everyone, Dan at Bushcraft, and this is the new Architect AK 3.5 in 1095 carbon steel. Of course, it's available in a couple other steels. But if you're new to the channel, just a little while ago I did a full review on the new AK, that's Architect Knives 8, which they debuted at the beginning of the year. I did a review on it. I brought it out and did a field test, and then compared it to a couple other knives, and I really like what Architect Knives is doing, so I decided to try the other end of the spectrum. This is the 3.5. There is one smaller than this, an AK3, but it has the compact handle, where this has an actual full-size handle and just fits my hand absolutely perfect. So if you go on Architect Knives website, and it'll be in the description, the way they work is you design your knife. It gives you all the options. You pick out the blade that you want. It's just a plain blade, skeleton handle. It's full tang, but it is a skeleton handle. Pick out the type of steel you want. There's like 3 different options. And then your blade appears up on the screen in full color. Then you click on handles and go down and choose the handle that you want. You can try all the different colors. They'll appear on the screen: brown, green. This is woodland camo, which I really like, in canvas micarta. So you can see what your knife's going to look like with the different handles. And then once you do that, you can go through the sheaths. I'll show you mine here in a minute. I just chose a basic leather sheath on a dangler with a ferro rod holder, but they have quite a few different options. I know a lot of you guys like Kydex. They have Kydex options, different colors, danglers, pouches. And so you build your knife before your eyes, and you can spin it around, look at the other side of it and everything, and then when you get it all designed the way you want it, just click and order. So this is the 3.5, so 3.5-inch blade, canvas micarta handles and woodland camo. You guys can go on there and look at the specs and get the exact weight and everything. I want to say it was 3/16 on the thickness. If I made a mistake on that, I apologize. But again, if you go on their site, you can just instantly pull up all the blades, the weights, the lengths, see the different designs and whatnot. So we're going to try this out, guys. Let me pause you and show you the sheath before we do. So I chose, again, just a basic leather sheath. The blade goes down inside, and it's on a dangler, and it has a loop for ferro rod. So I've got a ferro rod right there, and that's very, very comfortable for me to wear. And what I like about this, just being tucked down inside here where it just doesn't really stand out, it would also be a great EDC knife. Right size, right weight, right amount of covering, I guess, so that it blends in and doesn't really stand out and look obnoxious. But we're going to try this blade out, guys. So a blade this size, 3.5-inch, just such a wide variety of uses, from cleaning trout, cleaning big game, to carving, light batoning. It has the divot right here, which I sharpened a little bit with a Dremel tool, and I also put a 90-degree spine on the front to give me a couple places for striking a ferro rod. We'll do that shortly, but let's see how this carves. Very, very nice. Has a very nice edge on it. So this would be this is kind of halfway between, I guess, if you're looking for something halfway between, say, an SE3 and an SE4 without the finger choil, this would be perfect. And the way the handle's designed, where you can put your finger right up here on the edge, you don't need the choil, because look, I'm choked up as far as I can go. The blade's right there. So that's nice, and wow, it's really taking the material off. I'll try to slow down here. Very nice. Took the material off very, very well. Might have to lower you guys down a hair. Yeah, let me drop you down a bit. Okay, I'm gonna make a carved tent stake here, so I'm gonna tap this in a little bit. And try to do it in a spot where you guys can see. Also has the jimping right here on the back for those of you who like the jimping, so my thumb is definitely not going to slip and go anywhere. Nice, very, very comfortable in the hand, and I know some people don't like the skeleton handle, but I actually really do on a knife this size because it is so light in my hand. And I should have checked the weight for you guys, I apologize, but I can tell you, you look it up, it just feels so light in the hand. It makes it very, very comfortable to carve with. Again, I'm just trying to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Well, that's easy to carve with. Feels great in the hand. We'll square off the top. Not quick and easy. We've got a nice tent stake. Wow, I'm impressed, and I like that point on there too. I guess it is a drop point, but it's also kind of an aggressive point. Yeah, good steel. Good old 1095. I know the new steels out there right now, MagnaCut and whatnot, are real popular, and I've had some people ask me about, you know, me using the MagnaCut, and all I'm gonna say is the reason I always stick with the 1095 is because in all the years I've been out here, and guys, you know I'm out here every single week, no matter what the season, no matter what the weather, I'm out here sometimes multiple days at a time. Good 1095 like on SE, now like on these new AKs, like on the Becker, has never ever once failed to do exactly what I've asked of it. I've never chipped a blade, damaged a blade, had a blade go dull on me or lose its edge any faster than I would expect it to with all of the use that it gets. And some of the other super steels as they came out over the years, I tried them and it just didn't feel like my good old 1095. So I guess I'm stuck in my ways, guys, and as MagnaCut and other new steels come out, you're still probably going to see me using the 1095. Again, number one reason, 52 weeks a year, I'm out here and my knives get used and used hard, and I've never yet had a good quality knife. Again, I mentioned SE, Becker, and now Architect knives in 1095 fail me in any way, shape, or form to do exactly what I have asked of it. All right, that being said, let's this is something I normally wouldn't do with a knife this size unless I absolutely had to. That's a hard piece of wood, got knots in it. So that's definitely testing it. Edge looks perfect. Edge looks absolutely perfect. This is a nice knife. I think that, like I said, for me, this would be the absolute perfect knife to just have on my belt on a daily basis, at work, going to town, whatever. This is a great EDC size knife, and the weight of it, very nice. Oh yeah, hair popped right up off my hand. That's had absolutely no effect whatsoever on the blade, that little bit of batoning. Very nice. Very impressed with that. Got a nice aggressive butt here too. you needed to hammer something, if you live in country where there's walnuts, breaking open some walnuts. All right, this isn't the best piece of wood. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do much with it or not, but oh yeah, there's some fine curls coming off there. Just got to find a sweet spot. There we go. Not bad. Like I said, this is kind of a very resinous piece of wood, which makes it harder to curl than a drier piece would. Yeah, but that's not bad at all. That is not bad for a resinous piece of wood. A drier piece would give me finer curls than that by far. Very nice. I like it, guys. I have absolutely nothing bad to say about it whatsoever. So, break out my ferro rod here. Again, we've got the divot right here, which will fit. Bigger 1/2-inch rod perfectly, smaller rods would fit in there. But again, I mentioned I used a Dremel tool because it did not come, just like the AK8, real sharp, but just a couple passes with the Dremel tool and you can see it really throws sparks now. And then I went ahead and put the front on a belt sander so that I would have a little bit of a 90-degree spine up there too. So the front of the blade here even throws more sparks than that little divot. And then if I do happen to have a piece of fat wood like this here, I can take that front piece and just that quick and easy, see that, and make me a pile of those. And of course those will get my fire going. So I like it, guys. Again, 2 thumbs up. Another the Architect knives. I know they're selling great. The people who are buying them really liked them. I wanted to go to both ends of the spectrum, so I started with the big end, the 8, and liked it. Very lightweight for such a big knife. But I have to say, this little 3.5, I really like it. In fact, having used both the SE4 and the SE3, I would honestly have to say, because of the full-size grip, now you can buy extended handles at the Knife Connection, but this is just such a comfortable grip. It's got the nice palm swell in it. It's such a lightweight knife. And personally, on the smaller knives, I don't like a finger choil because my finger is already right up here next to the blade. So I don't want to give up another 1/2 inch of the blade and not be able to use it because there's a choil in the middle of it. I can already choke up right to the very edge. Let's see, where did my stick go? So if I wanted to do something, you know, maybe if I was carving a pot hook and I really wanted to choke up and get in here like so, do some trimming, use the point maybe to dig maybe I'm digging out a little, or I'm making a divot, whatever I'm doing. This allows me to choke right up to the very edge of the blade. So again, like I said, I don't want to lose more of the blade to a choil. So it's surprising, but I have to say, and maybe in the future I'll come back and do a comparison video. So whereas I prefer my SE6 or a bigger knife like my BK9 or Hungles 2 over the AK8, and I talked about that in the test, I actually prefer this AK 3.5 over the SE3 or 4, either one. That is just absolutely about as close to perfect in every way for me and for what I like in a knife. So again, guys, 2 thumbs up from Ochiko Bushcraft, Architect 8 3.5, and I tell you, this knife is just fun to use. It is just plain fun. Oh, this piece is wet, so yeah. I'm just making some cuts down here. That is nice. That is I'm glad that I brought it out to field test for you guys for the first time, because you can tell by the grin on my face how much I'm enjoying using this, and I'm actually surprised that I like it this much. I knew that I would like it when I first looked at it and put the handles on it and everything and felt the weight and how comfortable it was. I knew I would like it, but in all honesty, I'm surprised that I like it this much. But this is going to become one of my favorites, and like I said, for me, I think would be absolutely perfect for an EDC knife, ferro rod right here, along with my EDC kit that I just did a video on for you guys. If you haven't seen that, go back and check it out. If you haven't seen the videos where I reviewed the AK8, check that out. And I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of the day, guys. Probably make another video that will be up sometime after this one. But I have been up here all day, and I am the only person out here. I had to go through some pretty questionable places in the snow. Thankfully, my little truck got me up here, and I'm sure it'll get me back because it's downhill on the way home. But Dan at Ochiko Bushcraft, guys, check out the Architect Knives website. It's so cool because, again, you get to build your knife. You don't have to take a guess and say, I think this might look best with green, and then you get it and say, oh, I wish I would have had brown. Full color right on the screen. Click the green. They instantly appear on whatever knife you're looking at. Brown, camel, red, black, whatever. This type of sheath, this accessory. Turn it around, look at the other side, all of it right before you on the screen. Design your knife exactly the way you want it, and then push the order button. Dan at Ochiko Bushcraft, take care, everyone.